We got Rich Vos here, and we got Adrianne Frost here. She has a book called I Hate Other People's Kids.
Oh, right. Well, that's something I could get behind.
This could be really, really good.
I hate children.
And more with Patrice O'Neal as well.
Of course.
Are we back now?
Yes, that's better.
We had technical difficulties.
A little equipment problem.
I got an instant headache, by the way.
I think I blew an eardrum.
I'm not even kidding. After the U2 show at the Garden, my left ear is really fucked up. I got to go see a specialist. And what was that? I don't even know if they heard it in Radioland.
The instant replay, the little sound effect machine that we got over here. You know.
No, don't do it, please.
Just making sound. It's fine now.
Oh, okay.
It had to be rebooted because something happened where it was taking everything we were saying and wrapping it around and feeding it back, and that's what you heard was feedback.
It was beyond feedback.
Oh my God!
It was one of the worst sounds I've ever heard in the headphones.
Screechy thing.
And Opie poured hot coffee in Voss's face.
Yeah, it was
unbelievable.
That was some shit. I never seen nothing like that.
He got up and punched Vos.
I took my and threw hot coffee in fucking Voss's face. What's wrong with you?
I took the headphones off and threw them at Vos by accident because I just had to get the headphones off my ears. That was the worst noise I've ever heard.
Well, the feedback, I would blame it on the Jews. You know, I mean, you control the media, so we got to control the feedback.
And we were going to talk about that Patrice O'Neal promo. He's doing his relationship show this Saturday from 8 to 10 p.m. on this channel, Eastern Time. And intern Bill came up with a very, very racist, stereotypical...
I love that. I love how I sound like...
it's horrible.
What the fucking mean?
It was like some kind of in living color character.
Jesus.
Yeah. And Patrice was just rolling his eyes and he was really pissed off.
It just makes me sound like... Man, I am Dr. Baby.
What was that about?
But intern Bill thought it was funny and we were going to talk about it. Should we get Bill in here real fast?
Intern Bill let you make smell things? Yeah. Bill has it all together.
Hi.
He's doing promo.
Brother Weeze says hello.
Hello to Brother Weeze.
Yeah, love the Weeze.
My mentor. Here's intern Bill real fast before we
what were you thinking?
Explain who you are.
Basically, that promo was made to sound nothing like Patrice, and I actually wrote it as a white, nervous person. But once I found the person who voiced it, I said, do a Patrice impression, and the person who voiced it had the least similar voice to yours. So I said, that's so inaccurate, I'm going to use you to do the voice. And it probably just came off that way as racist, but...
Came off. It should be the Patrice and Rochester show.
I like Bill the reluctant racist, like the autistic racist. Everybody's niggas and spicks. I don't know.
Who voiced that?
Eastside Dave.
Oh, Eastside Dave. Right.
But there you go.
We didn't get what we wanted out of that, so we'll stop running that thing.
You're welcome.
We were looking for a
good promo if you're going to buy pancake syrup. Jesus.
I heard the feedback, Opie, before you, and I ducked and covered, so I ended up fine.
So you all right?
Yeah, you got hit with the blast. You weren't listening.
Hey, could someone tape 10 weeks to Better Sex? That's got to just be a blast to listen to.
That's how long it takes?
10 weeks to Better Sex.
Really?
All right, let's say hi to Adrianne Frost.
Good morning.
Sorry.
Hi.
It's all good.
We had a little problem there. I think everything's okay.
Yeah, a couple of glitches, as they call it.
You wrote a book
business.
that's right down Anthony's alley, as they say. I hate other people's kids.
There we go.
I read some excerpts, and I couldn't agree more. I can't stand other people's children. They are inconveniences to me and my good time, my nights out, my times flying on an airplane, in movie theaters. Any situation when I leave the house, someone's child can completely screw it up for me. Shopping.
On the subway.
Subway. Doesn't matter where it is.
Restaurant.
Yeah. And it's not even so much that it's happening, because I can even, through my anger, understand that. It is the complete lack of understanding on the part of the parent to remedy this problem, because they think their little angel is everyone's little bundle of joy.
But after a certain point, kids are also completely responsible for their behavior. After, I think, around the age of 4, it's like Pavlov's dogs. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know how to get what they want.
At 5, they have to be responsible. I mean, to what extent do they
get
have to
a
be
job and start contributing?
They can send a canary down in the mines now to see if it's safe. And after that, just take a horde of them. Let them go down in there. We need to bring back the child workforce, I think, in this country. I mean, it's doing great in other countries. They can make shoes. Dresses.
I like the way you think.
Mining for diamonds.
Put them to work. And then they'll be so goddamn tired at night that we can go out and they're asleep.
I was going to ask.
I love you, Andrew.
I was going to ask what age. Because sometimes, as adults we have this guilt thing, but there have been kids where I don't look at the parents. I go, this kid is a fucking
asshole.
Like the kid himself.
You don't like him as a person because they're not being cute. They know that they're being dicks. They're aware of
they are
being
inherently evil.
And then they grow up to have a relationship show on Saturdays. Last night on stage at Caroline's, this couple was just so awkward. I said to them, they were married. I go, look at you two are awful. You're perfect together. I go, do you have kids? And the lady, this is true. She goes, I have 2. But they're dead, so don't go there. On stage, they're dead. Whoa. I go, where are you from? And she goes, like the Delaware Valley. I go, well, a lot of kids die in that area. It's a tough area to have kids. But it brought the show to a dead
She was
halt.
Serious.
Yes. And I didn't know what to say.
How about then saying, no, you don't have kids?
Yes. Why would
Jesus.
That's it.
You should have thrown him out like Patrice does. Patrice will just point at people and go, get out of my show.
Your kid is dead. Get out. Get out.
You're bringing the whole house down.
Why are you here with dead kids? Get the fuck out of the show.
How many kids do you have?
Why are you bumming us all out?
I don't have kids. I have cats. I'm not.
Well, it's just kind of funny
I don't want people to think I'm the fat lady on the couch eating Funyuns with a ton of cats. No,
you're the fat lady in the radio studio. You're not the fat lady on the couch. But what I'm saying is, it's easy.
Jesus
no,
Christ.
At any time, feel free to goof on his tiny little baby hands.
His
little baby hands.
Yeah, but it's the tiny cocks. That's where it stems from, really.
It's a tiny cock.
I understand. His face is red, and there's a little bit of steam coming out.
Listen, let me tell you something. You would never have a chance to see this cock, okay? I don't care how many books you write, okay? Let me tell you something. You could write a book, I Love All the Jews. You'd never see this cock.
I love all the Jews.
Shut up and take it. Now listen to me. You have no kids, so it's easy to trash. I hate other people.
I have a better vantage point.
It's the best.
I have a
Boss
better.
has 2 daughters. You don't have kids.
I know he does. 13 and 15.
Better if you don't have kids.
He's got a tween.
Then you have a better understanding of what it's like.
People don't like Voss's kids.
Yeah, please. But my fucking kids are cool. They'll fucking tell you right to your face.
I'm sure that they're perfect.
No, they're not. They're not perfect. I mean, thank God they never, fucking molested food like you did, and they're gonna grow up to be normal, nice kids.
I've known Voss's kids since at least I think the youngest one was 6 or something. She's an ass. Like she's aware that she's an ass. Like she's so. Your youngest daughter, it's not like, I'm a little teapot, blah, blah.
No, she's fucking...
She does impressions of Chinese people and Arabs.
Wow. Wow.
Well, that comes from,
from Daddy.
From Daddy.
First of all, it's, God bless you. I hope your book sells and whatever, okay. Maybe I'll even pass some out to Stress Factory this weekend.
But here's the thing. That's bullshit.
Shit.
But to trash kids when you don't have, of course, I know.
Stop. Pamphlet.
Wait, boss. You don't trash kids if you have kids, because then you understand how wonderful they are. It's like the people in the body snatchers that fell asleep next to the bean pod. That's what parents are. Yeah. All of a sudden, you're partying, you're having fun, you can go to the Bahamas at the drop of a hat if you want to.
And the next thing you know, you're putting their picture on a tissue box.
Yeah, the next thing you know, right. You fell asleep next to the pod, you wake up and go, it's the most wonderful thing ever.
You know what?
And you assume everyone fell asleep next to the pod.
Everybody wants to see it.
I didn't sleep next to the pod. I want a plain seat without a kid crying behind me.
But you always, as a person with no kids, you always say, I'm not going to raise my child like this. I always look on a refrigerator at awful kid art, and I go,
no, you just look at the refrigerator.
My fucking kids that this stinks. Honey, look at a real picture of someone who has talent, and look at this fucking snotty stick figure you drew.
A 12-year-old kid in Cincinnati put his gum on a priceless oil painting last week.
Oh, isn't that great?
At a museum.
Yeah, and also an adult cut up the fucking night watch of Rembrandt at the Reich Museum. Okay, and that was an adult.
Yeah.
All right. So
let's get
here's the thing.
Let's get into the kid thing because Anthony agrees.
No, well, Anthony agrees.
Yes,
but listen,
and I agree to a point.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay, it's easy
when the kids start screaming and yelling at the restaurant.
In life,
the parents think it's their right to have a dinner with their screaming kid in a restaurant.
Then you take them out, of course.
But they don't.
But here's the thing.
Well, obviously, look at you like, what am I supposed to do?
You shouldn't take them to a restaurant that doesn't have an animatronic rodent in it.
Okay, looking at you, you spend a lot of time in restaurants. Okay, so here's the thing.
Boss, why the anger?
Because I just hate when people attack.
She's been nothing but nice so far.
All right, I'm trying to. I'll be nice to her. All right, here's the thing. If you were on a treadmill, you wouldn't hear the fucking kids, okay? What? I'm just saying.
Why are you attacking?
Why are you attacking?
All right, don't worry about it.
No, because
it doesn't make you feel better.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Rich.
The more he does it, the easier it is for me to just look down on the top of his head.
It's funny, right? I'm sure you get that a lot too. Oh gosh, she's blowing me. Oh my God.
See, I wouldn't.
It's Tuesday. I know it's 4 a.m.
As much as I like to give head, Rich, I wouldn't want to give it to you because your pot belly would bruise my forehead.
Oh, yes, a real pot belly. Please, listen, Ralphie. Let me tell you something. Here's the thing: $10. A Jehovah Witness pamphlet is thicker than this. Okay,
that's not my fault.
Fucking
What's going on?
No,
hold on.
Because I got.
What's wrong?
Listen,
where's this coming from?
It's not coming from because I got kids and she's attacking kids. She's
not attacking kids.
No, shut
well,
up.
Since when do you know what the price of a book is anyway?
I know. First of all,
that could be a reasonable price.
Looks like it would be a nice tabletop book.
Right. A tabletop book?
Yeah, it's called tabletop. You have it laying around.
It's a humor book. And it's completely tongue-in-cheek.
And it could
fun.
Shut up.
And it could help out when you have people come over your house with kids. If they sit down on the table, maybe their kids won't take their greasy little hands and rub them on your television.
All over everything.
Why don't you just write, you know your kids are, you just turn it into a redneck book. Listen to me, truck stop book. This thing.
What?
You know, it's okay, so 1 out of 10.
And people are saying that you're on fire, so
no, I was afraid it would feedback, so I didn't hit the other 8.
All right.
I just think a lot of people have been afraid to talk about this for a long time. And this
Boss,
is
take a break.
Bring it to the forefront.
Put it out.
We're going to throw you back on the bench. You had 5 great minutes there and you scored a lot of points. We're just going to rest you for a minute,
All
okay?
right, I'll take a rest. I'm just...
All right, you're very good, though. All right. Because Anthony is on this topic.
I've been preaching this for quite a while, and yes, it seemed like I was alone. A lot of people are parents, and I understand that, and a lot of people are disgusted with what I say about kids, and I understand that. It is your problem. When you go out to dinner, and you're at a nice restaurant, and there's some kid screaming about their food, and I'm trying to enjoy a night out, why should I have to deal with it? Why shouldn't you get up, leave money for your check, and leave the fucking restaurant?
Go where there's a kids menu.
Right. Go to Chuck E. Cheese.
They're not going to want to eat chicken marsala.
Go to some urine-smelling restaurant with a diaper-changing table in the bathroom and have your dinner there for the next 20 fucking years because I didn't decide to have kids. I got to deal with your problem.
If it has koala care, then you can be there.
There you go. There you go. And
can you tell the couch booger story?
Please.
I'm in my house. I don't have kids.
This
I don't
could be
want
in your next
kids.
book, by
no
the way.
kids.
Okay.
I have a couch.
You should take stories and make a book out of it.
I have a couch, and relatives are over with young children. And a relative and the young child is sitting on the couch, and the kid's digging in his nose. Digging in his nose. And then pulls out his finger and puts it in between the cushions of the couch.
That's nice.
And the father says, "What did you just do?" And the kid starts laughing. He goes, "Did you just pick your nose and wipe it on the couch?" And he goes, "Yeah." "All right, well, find it." Now there's a kid searching for a booger. Now the booger's lost. Can't find the booger.
Adorable.
Isn't that the cutest thing?
Adorable.
Yeah, right. So now they leave. They're gone. And I'm staring at this couch going, there's a hidden
booger
in my
there.
You know where the couch is now?
It's
I don't know.
Army.
And then
I don't know.
Then you dress up in a Nazi outfit.
I had to buy a new couch to put in the house, which will now never have a child on it
but
because
you bought it.
No, stop it! It's not cute because it's a kid.
It doesn't have any booger germs.
And then I got a 5-foot wide television set. The thing is, it's my pride and joy. High def. The thing is wonderful. You know what that looks like when you turn it on and see little
fingerprints,
little handprints that belong in that corner of the Blair Witch Project ending are there with pizza grease. smeared up. Click. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Could you get the Windex?
Yeah.
A little Windex, man.
What?
A lot of patience with the
No, because now the whole house had to be Windexed up to 4 feet high on the walls.
You know what? Kids. Say you and your lovely girlfriend.
It's not going to happen. We already know.
Have an abortion? What?
No,
because that would be.
You can still name it.
I swear to God.
You can't keep it a swirl.
If she was late.
Was that 5 minutes?
If she was late, she would have an abortion.
Checking.
Oh.
I'm late with my period. Let's just get an abortion just in case.
Just in case.
You can't.
Scrape it.
Let's just kill the blood. It's just straight out.
I'm supposed to get my period at 2 p.m. and it's 3 p.m. Let's go to the clinic, just in case.
Let's go through the drive-through.
In this world, you only got what you leave behind.
What?
And your legacy.
Yeah.
When you leave your kid, what
you
else
know something?
do you got? The
internet will have clips of me ad nauseum for years to come. They could download me doing Reagan.
Your sperm was really
the wonderful
Are you saying
a legacy too, along with an armor scene?
Rich, you ain't that fucking important that you need another boss.
Okay, are you saying you won't have kids?
And by the way, you have no boys, so the boss name is dead.
All right,
how do you feel about that?
You don't know what's happening in the next month.
Oh, what's happening? Bonnie fucking somebody that's fertile?
She can keep her name. His daughters can keep his name if they want to.
Now, you'll never have kids.
No.
It's because you're not getting fucked, or just say you just won't have them?
She said she was married.
I'm just not gonna. That doesn't mean I'm getting
happily
fucked.
married.
But, I'm not saying. Let's go there now.
Hey, I was married and I got fucked. Every 4 months I write a check.
No, just not gonna have them.
Really? Why? You think you don't want to lose your shape?
Oh my God!
No, I have birthing hips. I definitely have the birthing hips. I'll say that.
He cannot get off of it.
What?
But
you gotta lose it.
No, I'm just choosing not to.
I'll tell you.
I choose not
because you
to.
balloon up. I don't know. It makes no sense. A female's put on this earth to reproduce.
Okay.
To reproduce.
What else
Well, then you need to start working on your daughters ASAP.
Yeah, I think I
Get right in there, Rick.
They'll have kids. I had no problem with them having, as long as they're nice, white, superior kids.
But I'm saying now you can be proud to be involved in that.
What do you mean?
Whereas it's been, late night visits. Now you can just go ahead and date them out in open.
No, you're saying I bang my kids?
I'm saying you fucked your two daughters. That's what I'm saying.
Take that Adrianne Frost just smashed you kid fucking asshole. Go ahead, Adrian.
Listen.
Go, girl.
Call the authorities.
I'm telling you, even Donald Trump says it. They look good.
That's true. He does. He did say that last week.
I'm just saying.
And isn't that all they're really good for?
That's the thing. As a female, don't you think
she got you good?
I know she really tore me on that one. Because those tits, you could breastfeed.
Oh, I'm telling a lot of kids when I hold other people's kids, they think it's a buffet.
That's
those
wonderful.
village feeders right there.
There's nothing coming out.
Take one out. There's probably hair in the nipple.
No,
here's what I'm trying to say.
Not anymore.
Yes, there's hair in the nipple.
You know what? She's had no kids. So, okay, she's not Kate Moss sitting over here, but I bet her body's a lot nicer than women that have dropped 5 kids.
She's not Kate Moss.
I bet her body's nicer than women that have dropped 5 kids out of there. Tripping over their own uterus.
It may be a little smoother. That's about.
See, there you go.
I'm not trashing how she looks. I'm
a beautiful woman.
She said, "Yeah, you." Oh, there you go with the self-esteem.
Oh, here we go. I'm big and beautiful. Absolutely.
You're a step away from being a transvestite. I'm
just
fucking beautiful.
Pick a roll or pick a roll.
Shut up. You're a 2 on Wednesday. Here's what I'm saying.
Jesus,
shut up. I'm not trying to trash you. I like you.
I know.
Here's the thing. A woman's job in life is to reproduce. Okay? So if he won't bang you or whatever, when he jerks off on your chest, scrape it off, shove it in, and get a kid.
Because we do a lot of tit fucking. I have to admit to that.
Well, look, they are kind of nice too.
So thank you.
Who do you bring with you that's completely horrified out there?
That's my publicist.
I just saw her mouth the words, "Oh my God." She just mouthed, "Oh my God."
What publishing company is she?
She's ready to yank you off this show.
Yeah, she's like, it's done.
That fucking lesbian.
I love the girl.
She's gonna kill me.
I agree with her wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
It's Rich Vos that's a vindictive prick.
I know.
And you watch the sales of the book after her appearance. They're going to go through the roof. They will.
Don't you watch. The end justifies the means.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I agree. It's things like that, the restaurants and the movies. The goddamn
movies are bad.
Why do I have to go see a movie like an action movie?
Like Hostel.
Yeah,
like a horror movie, a horrifying movie, and there's kids sitting in front of
Why
you.
are you taking kids? Why would you take a kid to that movie?
Hey, man.
And they always
They think
Here's
they can't
the
get a
thing.
sitter.
If you're at the movies and there's a kid in front of you, move. I'm sure there's
there's no
I'm
place
sure,
in the theater.
I'm sure there's 2 other seats on the other side of the theater.
You're sure of that? You're absolutely sure of that.
There is always here's a nightmare in a movie theater. Nightmare number 2 are the kids, because nightmare number 1 is walking in and going, "Yo, I'll take this seat." But right behind you.
Yeah.
Because you know there's just going to be a lot of yapping going on there.
No, but sometimes the brothers are funny. Come on.
Please.
Well,
do you go out with
I
a black
laugh because
guy?
I'm
Do I
petrified.
go out with a black guy?
Are you married to a black guy?
I'm married to a tall Jewish man who is a Sabra who was born in Israel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, now
but
I
I have had some black folk.
Well, because you
in my
fit
life.
into the black profile.
I know, I do. I've got the. I know.
You know.
I know.
Wow.
You know.
Very open-minded.
You all right, Patrice?
She fits in the black profile. You know how you guys are. You never let hot white chicks.
Fucking idiots with that shit.
What's
I mean,
that?
I'm not going to smash her, but she doesn't fit into the black guy's profile.
Why? Because she can write and read?
Why?
Here's the thing.
Oh, my God.
So I wrote this book.
Rich, you are the
Anyway.
worst, man. And when I walk into a movie theater and I hear this, I hear from like a few rows back, I go, okay, my whole experience is ruined.
You can get your money back.
Well, why
I've turned in.
Have you done that?
Yeah, I absolutely have. Sure.
She's a Jew.
Sure. I'm not a Jew. My husband's a Jew.
Well,
He's a Jew.
He made you get
He's
the
a
money
Jew
back.
with a tattoo, by the way.
Oh.
He tattooed himself.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got the Star of David tattooed on him. That's how confused Rich Vos
That's your
is.
next book. People with tattoos or something.
No, Jews with tattoos.
That would be like that'd be a hot
But you were
Jews with tattoos.
Listen.
He was loyal and
We were
betrayed the
saying-
religion.
Hold on, we're gonna
At the same time.
This is one of those crazy shows. We're gonna get back to you. I promise. We
Thank
got
you.
Lisa Loeb on the line who wants to say hi real fast.
Lisa Loeb.
#1 single.
Lisa, you watched the show?
Sure. Well, I do Best Week Ever on VH1, so there's a lot of stuff that I, take a look at.
Right. Lisa
And that was
Loeb.
one of them.
Hi.
Hi, welcome
Lisa.
to the Opie and Anthony program.
How are y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Very high-spirited show today.
We love her show.
You like the show?
great
Bonnie and I watch her show all the time.
Do
We
you?
love her show. When she went out with this guy and he goes, "Don't slide across the seat of my car" or something. Sit in.
That guy was an asshole.
Yeah,
I watch
slide.
the show every week too.
It's a great
Why?
show.
She showed her hiney, which was just
It's a good-
gorgeous.
This is Rich Vos, last comic standing.
Wow.
It's a great show.
You really like the show?
I'm telling you,
I
I
hate
just
the
told
show.
I don't care. I
Oh,
like it.
no.
I really don't like this show.
I do. And
What's the problem?
Well, explain the show, Rich, to everybody.
she goes on different dates. She's trying to find the right relationship. One, she's attractive, all right, and she's Jewish, which is great. Okay, this is Rich Vos from Last Comic Standing, and she goes on different dates, but most of the guys are just idiots. She went on one date. The guy was nice, but he was too young for her. Right, and it also has her friends on that one girl that was in the movie with De Niro. What's that girl's name?
Boy, you are really selling this show there, Rich.
What's that?
Ileana Douglas.
Yeah, it's a good show. I
One guy
watched
sang
reality.
her song.
What is it
Did you
about?
see that when
It's
he sang
about-
the song at
yeah.
karaoke?
Lisa Loeb moves to New York to find a man and to get another hit single as well, right, Lisa?
Well, a hit single, that'd be easier than getting a man. No, I'm just kidding.
Really?
No, both of them are long processes. It's
And her mom wants her to get married because she's getting
wants
up there.
she's
And
my mom.
Getting up
and
there?
because she's a nice Jewish mom.
Well, just Lisa Loeb.
Yeah.
37.
Just
You're 37?
life.
Maybe
She's
38
good looking.
now.
She went to the rabbi's house for dinner.
Yes, I did go to Rabbi's house for dinner.
It's kind of like Sex in the City.
It is only.
But the
with
reality,
real people. Yeah.
it's the real version of Sex in the City.
Are you having sex with these guys and reporting back?
Oh my God! There's all kinds of crazy sex, and there's just it's a docu-pic. No, I'm not having it.
No, you're not.
No,
You're going out on like nice dates and stuff, and
Yeah, I'm
kinda
going out on dates and
feeling
then,
them out.
Well, she went on a date with this really, really ridiculously rich guy that had a Rolls Royce or something.
Yeah, he had a crazy car. A friend of mine wanted to set me up with him, and actually, it was you might know Jay from Queer Eye. He's the one who's in charge
Rodriguez.
Patrice knows him.
Yeah.
You know Jay? He's one who's more in charge of like what to do when you're out on a date. Culture is what it is, I think.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, Jay hooked me up with that guy.
But you're getting dating advice from a gay guy? That's a little weird.
No, the gay dudes are always giving chicks advice on dating. because they can kind of spot what the good guy is supposed to be because they're kind of after the same thing.
Well, on this date, too, if you didn't see this, she was having dessert.
Right.
She was having dessert, and she said to the guy to tell her to stop at some point. But if you didn't see her say that, and the guy, when she's having dessert, goes, stop, no eating. So if you didn't see the part before, you're going, this guy's a real ass.
Exactly.
You know, you should see the girl in the studio. Someone should have told her to stop about a year ago. But here's what I'm saying.
Rich.
No,
but that's why I'm involved in this. Like, one of the
He's
parts
just a one-trick pony with that joke, aren't you?
I love Lisa Loeb.
All right, will you shut up and let her talk?
No, I was just going to say that's one of the reasons that I was able to do this show, because I'm sort of, I mean, I watch reality shows. I think they're really funny and entertaining, but I also know that they change a lot of things when you see the show, and people are put in positions and say stuff that they would never say and you know, make them look like idiots. But I just wanted to make sure it looked like what was actually happening. I mean, I also wanted to make sure they weren't shooting my life 24 hours a day. I would never agree to that.
No.
That's crazy.
Embarrassing things like going to the bathroom and stuff.
Well, unless there's an issue you might need to know about, that would be okay.
You know, when you watch the show, it looks like you're trying way too hard to get a man.
Why?
Why should you have to try so hard?
Because I'm going on dates. I'm walking out of my house.
But like you're just looking at it way too seriously, and you're too.
I'm 38 next to this weekend.
Well, you come across like you're a bit on the desperate side, and you're a good looking woman. But it's like, oh my God, I need to find a man. And
that's the angle.
And if you're going, I think if you're going about it like that, you're never going to find the right person.
Okay, I have a question for you, really quick, and then we can move on. But are you single?
No.
You're not single.
Well, I'm dating someone.
You're dating,
and I'm very, very happy.
Did you go on a lot of different dates before you found this person?
Yeah, like anyone else.
And did you come across a lot of women who said on the first date, "Look, I want to have kids and I want to get married"?
No.
Eek.
No, did you get that?
No.
Okay, because I've heard a lot of women who go on dates. I've heard it from guys.
High school girls are not, thinking that way.
And they say that stuff, and to me that sounds desperate. When they get right in there and start getting sort of obnoxious and not even just have a couple conversations.
Is that what they're doing? Like trying to spell out a relationship right away?
Because they're in a
rush.
rush.
Compared to that kind of situation, I'm just doing this in the way that I know that my smart friends do it. You try to meet people, you go on dates,
you
talk to people, you try to be discerning. If you realize, you know what, they're not so easy to talk to, maybe I shouldn't go on some more dates with them.
But, but
it looks like you want to get married like tomorrow.
Yeah, she's looking to
Well, I do. I want to have kids tomorrow, but I also don't want to get married just to have kids with somebody that I don't even like.
She's looking for love.
It's the lottery.
And it's also a TV show. It's edited. You don't see like all the time that passes in between all the things that you see. So it's all, put together in one thing that's chock full of dates and situations.
And then you go out and you're like too perfect.
Oh,
you got to get a little
terrible.
You got to get a little messy, just a little bit. I'm not talking about a skank look. I'm rough. Mess up your hair slightly, or.
I'm from Dallas. I'm from Dallas.
But you walk out with the latest fashions, and you're just perfect.
Those
your makeup's perfect and everything.
Yeah. I shop at the Gap, but I love you. That's very nice.
It looks like you wouldn't just hang out in like a bar and just throw back shots.
Well, I probably wouldn't
loose.
do that anyway.
Who's her husband? What's her husband? What you looking for? Like, what's the main thing you can deal with and the main thing you can't live without?
You're looking for a Jewish guy, right?
That's not the main thing I'm looking for.
No, what is the main thing you're looking for, and what's the main thing that's a no-no?
The main thing I'm looking for is somebody who's kind and loving. Actually, it's hard to say one thing, because I want somebody who's kind and loving, who's ready to get into a serious relationship, who's single. They should be single. That'd be a good thing.
You haven't met him yet?
I've met a lot of those people, but then there also has to be some kind of chemistry.
Right.
You know.
Well, there's no single guys out there, right, Lisa?
Where'd you hear that?
Here he goes. He's an expert, by the way. Patrice O'Neal is an expert. He's got his own radio show on relationships.
I'm just saying, Lisa, there are no single guys. When you meet them, there's about 10 other women. So you just have to have enough patience to weed them out. You have to be competitive with those other 9 that are hanging around.
Game. It's just, you meet people. It's like when you're a kid and... You're picking your teams, and you say, I like that person, you put them on your team.
Oh, it's really
and then you see if it works out.
Well, yeah. All right, 37.
I'll tell you
Good
what.
luck to you.
I know. It's like, why look at it in such a negative way?
Well, because that's the truth way.
My sister Debbie and I talk about it all the time. They say, there's no single men left, blah, 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 blah.
There aren't.
If I was single.
Well, then who are like the 20 people who have been emailing me and calling me.
The ones that want to sleep with you, Lisa, because I'm looking at you, and I'll email you, too, and lie. Because you're hot.
And then I will read you and say, no, but maybe that's really nice. You'd like to sleep with me. And then maybe we talk. Maybe I'd want to sleep with you, and we'd be set. And we actually end up liking talking to each other.
Yeah, see? There you go. You never know.
You never know.
Ante up first. That's what it is. You
ante up.
You got to ante up.
I got to bring up an episode that just really pissed me off, Lisa.
Please do.
All right, so you're dating all these guys in New York, right? And there's a new thing in the dating scene where you do, like, chores together. What is it called? Or
yeah, that was funny. Errand date.
Errand date.
Yeah, so instead of doing the regular date, maybe dinner and a movie, whatever, this new thing is happening where if you're dating, you do chores together, basically. Like, hey, I need containers, and you need containers.
Yeah, you do.
So they went. So she went. She went on a date to the Container Store, right, Lisa?
The Container Store.
And this is where I'm like, holy crap! You pissed me off so bad.
Why?
So it's the end of the quote errand date, the chore date at the Container Store.
Yeah.
And she buys containers that were how much?
$200.
It was close to $300.
$300. Guess who paid for her containers?
No
they
way.
were on a date.
No way. The guy?
Yes, because they were on a date.
And why do you
Guy's
think he
supposed to
did
pay.
that? Why do you think he did that, Lisa? Because he was a lovely guy?
He had stocking containers.
No, because he wanted to pay for me. He was mad at the last date I paid for him, and he thought that was really...
Yeah, but paying for a date like dinner or something is one thing. Paying for a shopping spree.
Why didn't you go to the shoe store?
And do you know what happened on the next show?
You
gave the money. Huh?
Do you know what happened on the next date where I saw him?
What?
I told him that I thought he was a little young, even though I really liked him, and I gave him $300 in cash and said that was ridiculous that he had paid for my stuff.
Oh,
but
see?
I think someone got to her and said,
ridiculous.
look.
I was talking to my friends because that's the thing.
I don't know. I think someone got to you and said, you're looking really bad, man. You better give this money back.
She had to get her money back because she bought her way out of possibly this guy going, hey, look.
Yeah.
That's what women do. You buy him a drink, and if they think that, she has to give him his money or buy him a drink, too, because that's like a ownership kind of thing. So he probably thought $300. That was about how much 37-year-old Coochie's worth. Yeah, give me that.
Lisa Loeb.
Yeah, that's
an interesting concept. But what my deal was that I'm an independent person. I make a living, and I'm used to paying for whatever needs to be paid for.
Yeah,
it's not a problem. And I was doing a lot of things on dates. As a person and a lot of women will relate to this, people who have jobs, careers. It's not like I'm looking for some guy. I mean, it would be nice to have some guy who could help contribute and be a partner, but I'm not looking for some guy who's going to be my sugar daddy, and that's that.
It was just weird that you allowed him to...
I was trying to let him do his thing. He was the one who wanted to go on the errand, and I thought, all right.
When he was pulling out the credit card on the show, he was like, I can't... She's actually going to let me pay.
I know, he was doing it real slow.
Slow. Like, I don't have this kind of money.
I'm not going with this bitch on a date to the car lot.
And then he asked me out again, and I was like, this is ridiculous. This guy, he can't afford this. This is crazy. He's a sweet guy. He's got a business that he started. He's in regular job, but he also has another business he's starting. And I don't feel good about this. In other dates, I would be paying half. If it was something really over the top, if it's buying junk for my house, unless he has like some specific gift he was giving me, which would have been really nice and totally unexpected, he shouldn't be buying that stuff. I totally agree with you. Are you kidding me?
It just looked so bad on TV.
Would you go on a date with me? I'm married, but just to see if we would have hit it off. I would do that just because I think.
By the way, the phones. Everybody wants to go out.
No, but I look at her because I'm a Jew, but I'm not your typical Jew. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm not, like real yentiv, and I'm not cheap, and I'm not like I'm kind of like a tougher type guy. But I think we would get along.
Are you kidding?
And I think. Right? But I'm married, and I don't think
you're married is like one of the number one things that is a no.
Yeah, that's probably a biggie right about now,
and your slobber is a close second, motherfucker.
Surprise! I don't want to date someone
I don't think
married.
Lisa Loeb is in the situation now where she can sit back and wait for the guy to leave his wife.
Well, no, I just have lunch and see if we would have hit it off.
And Lisa, you live in just a different world as far as New York goes, because the other show was where you went to, I guess it was a club, and it was a dog date.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
What the hell is going on with dates, with these thematic dates? Can't people just go out?
And I gotta admit,
yeah,
this
they
is...
can, but, we're making a TV show. And so,
I hear
No,
you.
but this is... she's making a TV show. I understand.
We take things one step further. Like, I went with Ileana to the dog run. She wanted me to go to the dog run. Because she said, you meet people at the dog run, which you do. Immediately some guy got my number.
I'll help you out here, Lisa.
And so I was like, okay, I'll go to the dog thing. Plus a friend of ours, Yana, makes these hilarious clothes for dogs that match people clothes, and I'm into that kind of weird thematic clothing every once in a while when I'm not wearing all black. So we went to the dog party, and there were some interesting people there, for sure.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make, because obviously you're making good TV, I could tell you were like, what is this about? So you went along with it for the show. But what amazes me is that people are actually doing this, trying to find... somebody to love.
You have to make an effort.
For their dogs and their pets.
Okay, here's the thing, though. Like, I truly believe this, and I hope I'm not offending anybody who I'm about to go on a date with later this week. But it's important to get to the date early. You got to get out. A lot of people have stopped trying, and they don't even leave their house or their apartment, and they think they're in. Maybe they'll meet, like, the pizza delivery guy. I don't know. We all love pizza. But another good way to meet people is the first step is to leave the house. So even if that means leaving to do something that's not 100% what you think is a cool thing to do, you might meet somebody. Like I went to a J-date party once, and the bartender was really nice.
What's that?
I didn't go to the J-date party to meet the bartender.
But what's the worst when you're on a date, like at a nice romantic dinner?
What if the bartender was a nice fucking guy?
Well, no,
exactly. Then all of a sudden I've met somebody that I didn't plan on meeting. I planned on meeting somebody who attended the party.
Well,
I used to be a DJ and in bands when I was in high school, and I wasn't at the party because I was the DJ.
Would you allow yourself to fall in love with a guy that has a basic career and no money?
If he is really hardworking and excited about what he does, and has things that he wants to do, and is excited about them,
possibly make it bigger than that bum is now, she'll do it.
There's some potential to an upside.
Better,
If that's truly the first part of their life, and they're going to continue to grow and to be great at what they're doing, then
Lives in mom's basement, out of the question.
Well, the worst is when you're on a date and you're having a nice dinner and there's like a little kid crying behind you. It's just the worst. That would ruin the show.
That's when you bring your shotgun.
Yeah, I hate when kids are out. They shouldn't be out. I'm going to come out with a book about hating other people's kids.
Final observation about
you have kids?
I have two daughters.
2 daughters, believe it or not.
So you're trying to get away from it.
No, I love my kids, 15 and 13.
Hey, a final observation. You got that older friend in the show? That's like Samantha from Sex and the City?
Ileana?
No.
My friend Stephanie?
Is she a cougar?
Tell her to calm down with the crazy fashions.
She's just got her thing.
All of a sudden she has a sundress on with a bow that's like 4 feet long.
Yeah.
What happened, Rich?
I don't know.
The wire touched my leg and I thought it was like a rat or something.
A rookie.
Single?
Huh?
Or gals? Or is anybody there single?
Like dating single?
Jim Norton should be perfect.
Like saying
Jim Norton, but
there's
he's
not a woman in your life, like not claiming a woman, no. But every guy there's no single guy. Because every day a guy is trying to get a girl.
They're always looking. They're always looking.
Not me.
You should be on the show. Because we could talk about getting girls and girls getting guys.
You don't get
guys. And then
guys.
At what point do you decide, okay, you know what?
What are you doing to get guys, Lisa, besides just existing? What are you doing to get a man?
She's going on dates. She's finding alternative methods in which to meet guys.
She's not doing shit but breathing.
She's doing more than breathing. She's doing more than breathing.
She's making a decision on who gets to be with her.
She's doing what she can to find love, Patrice.
To get a man. How do you get a man?
How? She stays in shape. She's
let
pretty.
Lisa talk.
No, people are coming to me, and at the same time, I'm just getting to develop my life. I'm working on things in my career still. I'm working on a new album in the studio.
I
go to the gym. I'm maintaining mentally, spiritually.
I'm maintaining until I find a guy who's worthy of me saying, okay, mister, you have no... All right, forget it.
Good
luck to you,
this is what you'll hear Saturday on Patrice's Love Advice Show.
Yeah, he's got a twisted way of looking at relationships.
There's just nothing. I'm looking at her. She's 37, right? But this picture's so sexy. But this is a picture that should be of a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old. Like, hey, watch out! I'm pulling the little titties are popping out. I still got it, y'all. But you're 37. You got some skills to get. And no offense, I haven't been trashing you.
Wait, I have some skills to what?
But what's she supposed to bring to the table?
Word. What are you talking about?
I'm saying to you, Lisa, you are getting of an age where you have to learn. You're sounding like a 20-year-old going on dates. You're
right,
almost finished. I'm saying you are acting like you are the prize you were back in the day when you wore poodle skirts. Now you're 3 years away from the big retirement age for women, which is 40, and you're walking around like you're making decisions. Whatever. No. Enjoy.
I don't agree with you.
All right, let Lisa talk here.
I'm not.
All right, hold on. Let her talk.
I'm listening to. This is annoying.
Hilarious. No. Wait, this is actually hilarious. I want to know what you're talking about. You're making comments, but I want to know how that can actually apply to me and how can it help me.
It can't apply to you unless you want it to apply. Meaning the fact.
You have to give me some content and information in order for it to apply.
I'm going to give you the context. The context is stop going on these dates.
No, not context. Content with an N.
The content of it. The content of it is stop going on these dates with the idea that it's about you. You're at an age now, it's about a guy.
Right, so what does that mean exactly? Because that doesn't make any sense.
It makes a perfect sense. And the fact that you're just denouncing it, saying it doesn't make sense, doesn't mean it doesn't make sense, Lisa.
So explain to me, give me a scenario and say, this is how that date could have been more about the guy.
Maybe make that decision that instead of, like we was talking about if a guy lived in a basement, okay? And how, instead of, this is what I'm saying, the difference between a man and a woman in this. When a man meets a woman who's a loser, men build that loser up until that girl is his woman. Now, if you go out and you meet a loser, see, you're trying to hit the lottery. You're trying to meet a winner and go, boing, I won.
Right.
But you're not trying to do anything to kind of create something for yourself.
So you want me to change a man? Basically, most men say that is absolutely the wrong idea because men hate to be changed. You don't want to meet somebody and change them. That is the worst situation.
No,
think about it. Men bitch and moan more about anything than women who try to come in and change them.
No,
the ultimate relationship.
I agree with her actually. Yeah.
You notice people's flaws and you notice people's upsides and what's great and what's strange and you accept them.
Well, here's
and you appreciate them. And maybe there's a couple things here and there that you have suggestions for each other. But you want somebody who you can love as they are. A guy does not want you to come and
But you just said you didn't love a guy as they is. If a guy comes in
found the right guy.
And he's a hard-working plumber, you go, I love this hard-working plumber as long as this motherfucker don't stay one.
See, no, see how terrible that is? You want me to go in there and say, find a guy and make him the right guy.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. Why would I want to do that?
But you're searching for the right guy. That's what my point is. My point is men, we get, like, okay,
Men don't want to be changed. Come on.
I didn't say change a man. I'm saying that men, when we go get a girl, we don't just say, okay. Like, when you don't like us, like, when women go, do you have kids? And you go, yes. And they go, up, check mark, cross mark, you have kids, it's not for me. But when a woman comes in with children, a guy's like, you have kids? And she's like, yes, I have 2 beautiful kids. And you're like, all right, we'll figure out how to work this shit out. You know, I usually don't want
I've done that too.
Excuse me?
People say, I went on a date with a guy, a container store guy, for example, and immediately I knew this guy's too young for me. But I said, you know what? He's a sweet guy. He seems nice. I like his style. His haircut to me is cute. He has a little business that he's starting with making these really cool T-shirts, and he has a whole other business. I know him through a couple of different friends. I'll go on some more dates with him. Maybe he's okay. He's not the exact guy I had in my mind, but I'll try it out. And I give it a chance. But then at a certain point, I realized it's not fair to me to keep dating this guy when it doesn't feel right.
But that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, you got to be open-minded. You can't just shut your brain down. I didn't want to date any musicians, and I just ended up kissing a musician and actor.
And this is what I'm saying, Lisa, to you, is that the frustration I don't know if it is frustration because you're very career oriented, but the frustration that women have is that you go out and you meet men, and then you go, I wasn't going to date a musician, but maybe I'll date one now. See, men don't have that option in their life where they go, I wasn't going to date a girl who worked at McDonald's, but now we have to treat the girl at McDonald's the same way we have to treat the girls that have the books and the girls that have, we have to approach them with this idea that we have to create happiness for ourselves. Happiness has to be thrust upon you as a woman. You're waiting for Prince Charming.
Happiness, you have to be happy before you even get into a relationship.
You're not doing anything to create a date for yourself or more for yourself. It's basically this guy has to come in and be this way
right out of the showroom.
Out of the showroom.
We're willing to put some options in the vehicle after we buy.
Well, that's fine. That's great, and I assume that.
No, but
that's what people do for each other when they love each other. You know.
No, it's
they want to impress each other.
But you're
what changes are you willing to make?
I'm willing to. On the religious side, actually, I've developed a lot, and I'm willing to try to celebrate other person's holidays.
Denounce Judaism?
No, I'm still Jewish. I like to raise my kids Jewish, but I was more strict about it before.
If a guy said, okay, this weekend I want you to go to the Stress Factory to see Rich Vos, would you go to a concert?
Oh, what a cheap plug. You are the cheesiest son of a bitch.
But I would think about that.
See, here's what Patrice... But Patrice, what you're saying is you want to get a girl... You're saying, I'll get a girl that's completely has no self-esteem and build her up.
Did I say that?
Yeah, well,
you're saying... What
are you saying?
You know, Voss, you try to make profound statements in your own fucking mind that has nothing to do with what's just said.
You got a good point there.
You're a fucking idiot.
You got a good point.
You just make up what you want to say because you have it in your fucking mind.
All right, so.
Shut up.
All right, well, let's let Lisa Loeb go before she hates us.
Lisa,
well, good luck.
No,
thank you.
Seriously, I'm always interested to hear somebody else's opinion on how they see it.
I'll fix you up. Just call me up or MySpace me. I'll fix you up, Lisa. I'll fix this right up.
Patrice O'Neal from WebJunk20, matter of fact. There,
I do agree. I think it's so important that you have to be an individual and you have to have things that you're excited about in your life, and you're always trying to be a better person and learn how to enjoy your life. That makes you a better partner for another person later.
You just got to stay in the game until love hits you between the eyes.
There you go.
That's what happens. You can't put a label on it.
Gotta hit you there.
Till love hits you between the eyes.
That's what I'm saying.
That's good.
With this
but everyone goes out there with
between the eyes is a kill shot.
But everyone goes out there and says, well, you know, she has to be this, and this, and then one day you're just walking on the street or something, and bam, it hits you. And you didn't even know where it came from.
Yeah, out the window.
No guy does that. No guy goes out there like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys go out. Here's a date.
You're saying
right?
She's going out there like that.
No, I'm not saying she's going out there. Guys go out and go, all right, I hope I'm going to get some pussy tonight, right?
Right.
Girls go out and go, all right, I hope I meet somebody I want to give some pussy to tonight.
She's perfect world.
She's always, a woman is always not, they're never hunting, so they're just hoping. Never.
I hunted in my day.
Oh, well. Please.
And then I ate my kill.
Oh, you ate your kill.
With chocolate sauce.
I like Lisa though. Lisa's smart, man. She got some shit with her, and she double talks too. And this is not offensive, Lisa. She's like a guy because she double talks very well, where it sounds like, and you go, wait a minute, she didn't say shit.
She did very well against you, Patrice.
That's what I'm saying.
Did very well.
She's very good, but she's like a dude, and that's who she's going to have to meet. She can't meet this dating guy. She has to meet a complete dick for her that she's enamored with.
Somebody who can deal with that.
Yeah, deal with her. Control. She's a controlling girl. Yeah. You can hear it. She runs shit. She's pretty. So to a 45-year-old guy, she's like fucking. She's the shit, and she can control that. Make him buy. You know, the whole canister thing.
Buy stuff is totally bizarre to me because I buy all my own stuff.
Yeah. But it was control.
But you need a guy. You need a guy that's gonna be like. You need a guy that's gonna be like, I might call you.
Yeah, beat it, Lisa.
Yeah.
No, I will not do that.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
If you don't find, you're not going to find happiness until you do it.
I recently took someone out of my cell phone because I didn't want that anymore.
Yeah, because you were scared because he did it for you. Yeah. And you had a little twinge down between the thighs because you met a guy that had you actually thinking of him, and you erased his number you don't call him.
There was an episode where the guy was on a cell phone the whole time. You liked him more because I think he wasn't giving you as much attention.
He didn't give a shit about you.
And then when I stopped and thought about it for a second, I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm not going to deal with this.
But that was why at first you were more interested in him, I think.
Your fear of being the woman. That's your fear of nature, because that's your nature, is to be like, look at your man with that big blinky eyes. I love you. I love you, booby. And that's how you really want to be. You can't be Miss Tough #1 single and at the same time love a guy. It ain't going to happen. Really? Why is it going on now, Lisa?
Because I'm still looking.
Yeah, there's a second season that has to be filmed.
I was just going to say. I know how this TV works.
And no offense either, Lisa. I love you.
And #1 OBGYN.
Oh, we're almost done.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I said
I'm sorry.
OBGYN.
And no offense, Lisa. That was exciting, baby.
Listen,
you are exciting.
This girl's good looking. She's intelligent. She's going to meet the right person. I'm telling you, I watch the show and I go, if I was single, I guarantee I would try to go out with her.
But that's no fucking big deal for you to say that.
Let's let Lisa go because we want her to call back someday.
Why?
Lisa,
I give you a lot of credit, man. We beat you up and you hung right in there.
She's a trooper.
You did all right.
I love her. You like black men, Lisa?
Huh?
Are you racist?
It's so early. I just woke up.
No, you did great.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Lisa.
We'll talk to y'all soon.
This picture's delicious.
It's on the E! channel. It's #1 single with Lisa Loeb.
Right. Oh, and I have a new album out. The very best of Lisa Loeb. You gotta say that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, the very best of Lisa Loeb.
What, does the song stay on there 18 times?
It is.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Opie.
It's a bunch of remixes.
It is. What happened is every date on the show reinterpreted the song, and
there you go.
No, it's not. It's a bunch of other songs. Some you heard on the radio, some you have not heard on the radio.
All right, Lisa. Thanks for being a good sport today.
Thanks, you guys.
All right, it's Lisa Loeb, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
Cool.
Hey, Lisa was pretty cool.
She's cool.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
She took your shit, Patrice.
She's a good girl.
Dishing that misogynistic ass out of your mouth.
And you know what? And it always you can't beat nature. You can't beat it. I'm not trying to say, hey, this is my fit. You cannot beat nature.
That's why people are going to listen to your show. You whittle things down to a primal level that is so primitive and just, here's men, here's women, and if you don't agree with me, go fuck yourself. There's no nuance. There's no exceptions to rules. You have relationships figured out like a mathematical problem that is exact. It is done. There's no art to it. There's no form. It's
It's math.
That's what I love about you.
It's what sharks do. They swim, and if there's a baby floating, it eats it.
Yeah.
You can't go, oh, that shark, he should be taken for psychological evaluation. He is what he is.
Maybe the shark's looking for something else in the foot. No, he's looking to eat.
Is looking to eat.
Right.
This girl is like as sexy as she is, as smart and as quick as she is. She does not want a guy that fucking,
You can't love until you love yourself.
She doesn't need a guy who'll buy her bowls. She needs a guy to go, $300 bowls, bitch. I'm going to put this on your head.
Where's the Lisa Loeb greatest hits, by the way? I've been in radio for 20-some-odd years, man. I can't find a second.
I think Lisa Loeb has more songs.
Maybe
there's 18 tracks on this. I see
she's
Stay.
A funny girl. Maybe that was a joke.
And she burns Stay in the middle of the greatest hits.
Is that the greatest hits right there?
It's the 10th track is Stay.
Opie, maybe it was a joke, because she's a funny chick, so maybe that was a joke that she put greatest hits.
The very best of Lisa Loeb.
Why don't you try to fix her up with Norton? That would be a great date.
Yeah, that'd be great. A little bukkake on those glasses. Wonderful.
The Lilith Fair.
Ain't gonna happen.
She was huge on the Lilith Fair.
Remember the Lilith Fair?
All right, why don't we take a break and end with Adrianne Frost and I Hate Other People's Kids. We'll get back into that in a few minutes. All right, we got about 15 minutes left in the show, and then we'll pack it up. And then the Opie and Anthony lifestyle thing will continue on Pal Talk.
Whatever everybody does afterwards.
There you go. That was fun with Lisa Loeb.
A lot of that shit, a lot of that stuff is also produced, obviously. It's a reality show.
She admitted that. She's trying to make TV as well. It's one of those shows that just annoys me. I can't believe you actually like the show. I don't watch it because I like it.
Opie watches shows that he hates.
I watch shows to be annoyed. There's a new one. I don't know if I'm annoyed by it, but I can't stop watching. It's called Date My Mom on MTV. We got to get audio.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You do Best Week Ever, you have to watch all this stuff.
I'm pretty much forced to TiVo and watch all
I was trying to explain Date My Mom to Anthony. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And the writing. They're writing all the lines for the moms, the potential girlfriends. And
are the moms hot?
And the guys, some are. But that's what's tricky. If you're going for the hot mom thinking she's got the hot daughter, you're screwed.
Oh, sometimes you get a lemon.
Oh, yeah.
In there.
Big time.
Well, did you see on Flavor of Love? Did you see the episode where he met their Hoops' mom?
Yeah.
And he was all up on...
Yeah, she's a white version of Hoops. And she wanted some of that
he was all,
Flavor Flav cock.
And Hoops said, she was like, yeah, this may happen again.
Yeah.
You do Best Week Ever?
I do Best Week Ever.
What's that? Free food at the market?
It's a show on VH1, which is a panelist show.
I've seen it. It's horrible. I did one of those. They used one word. I did one,
and that's
for me.
their fault.
What?
And
no,
that's their fault.
Because they're scared to use anything you say.
Actually, it's too funny, Rich. You're too funny, so we're editing your lines.
Anthony and I were on that show as well.
Yeah. Were you?
They used one line.
We were
one
talking
line.
about Bill O'Reilly.
Again, same
we
thing.
made about 1 or 2 lines. That was it.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
We'll talk about Date My Mom maybe tomorrow. We got to get some audio of it. But it's Adrianne Frost. I Hate Other People's Kids. We talked about the restaurants.
Yeah, I just want to get through a couple of things. Is there anything in the book, suggestions that you can do to protect yourself against this? Because I find myself wanting to kill children.
There are combatants against kids and parents. One thing I suggest is to stare at the kids, when they're acting up.
I do that.
Like at a store, just stare at them.
I do that. I scare them.
Perfect the kind of scare, the stare that makes them think maybe you have a van. And maybe in that van is a bag.
Free candy.
Mm-hmm. But just stare.
I give the evil stare,
I love scaring kids.
And then you get the puzzlement of the parents going, wow.
What happened? Why is the kid crying?
Exactly,
I'll make him cry. I'll look at a kid like if a kid's in a shopping cart and you're in the supermarket and the kid's like doing some annoying kid thing, grabbing its shit or picking its nose or drooling or something. Mom, won't shut up. I'll look and make a face like stupid little motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like look at him all evil and they'll just go like,
you can also pull them aside.
What's the matter, sweetie? And then I'll just look at like the corn on the wall. Like I'm shopping.
On the wall. You can also pull them aside and let them know that if they don't stop what they're doing, that somebody like Santa Claus or Easter Bunny is going to die.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
always a good one.
I don't want to interact with them,
I wouldn't go so much for Grandma and Grandpa because that could be really scarring. But
that won't get you locked up.
No interaction. That's my rule. No interaction with children.
Are you kidding me? You're telling me you can't pull somebody's kids to the side? They run with abandon.
Wait,
in
you
public.
Can't. You think you could go up to a stranger's
to kidnap
kids?
A child? It's harder to kidnap someone's dog than it is to kidnap a child. The way that they're just let.
You know what I did in a restaurant once? Kid was running around like crazy and running. He made a little course around the table and around my table, back to his table like a figure 8 thing, and just dun, 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 running. And the mother was there with one of her friends for the afternoon, not doing shit about it. So I had my water glass on the edge of the table. And as the kid came around, I hit it and knocked it on the table and went, Jesus Christ! Like that. Like the kid knocked it. And the kid goes, I didn't do it.
Who are they going to believe?
Yeah. And I'm like I'm going to knock my own water on the off the thing. Maybe if he isn't running around, this wouldn't happen. And the kid got the swat on the ass. And I just looked at the kid and laughed. And the kid kept looking over at me, and I was just smiling and like laughing at him.
That's what happened.
It made me feel so good.
It's
I was
a lesson
hoping,
learned. Hopefully he learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So now that you've been on the show an hour, why don't you tell us what the book's about?
You say sitting on a plane next to a kid is aggravating, but
yes.
Okay, but wait a second.
When they're moving the trays up and down, and they're kicking, and when babies scream.
Tell the first class story. Tell the first class story.
No, I have. It's not aggravating. Dude, have you ever had a seat on a plane? And you're sitting there, and you're all comfortable, and then a big person sits down, and their body just overlaps.
Yeah, that's just as bad.
That's just as bad.
And a lot of times they have to pay for 2 seats, but that's not what we're talking about.
It's just aggravating. Anything can be
Tell the first class story, Anthony, with the candy.
In first class. First of all, I don't think children should be allowed in first class. There should be a rule: no children allowed in first class. It's first class. It's not class. We go in there. we're sitting, and this woman comes in with a kid, and the kid is screaming for candy. I want candy, 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 I want candy. You know what you do at that point if you're a mother? Shove so much candy in the fucking kid's mouth. The whole flight. There's a Hershey. Just keep shoving it in.
Did you threaten him with water?
You don't try. Yeah, I'll spill it on you. You don't try. You don't try to teach a child a lesson at that point by going, no, it isn't candy time. No, it's not the time for it. No, you've been bad, so you don't.
This is what we watch.
You appease your little fucking organism for the safety and sanctity of the rest of the aircraft. Or there should be an airlock chute where any passenger has the right to drop your child from 35,000 feet.
Yeah. They should just have their own area. Like, you have to put your animals in a container, and things only shift slightly during takeoff. They tell you that when they're doing the instructions.
The back of the plane.
Just put them in a carrier right above. It'll be padded. It'll be air conditioned. They can have a water bottle like a hamster.
You have a cat, right? You have a cat.
Cats.
You have 2 cats. And isn't it aggravating when cats come and they rub up on you?
My cats don't do that.
Do cats do it? Do a lot of cats do it?
No, some cats do, sure.
So should I, every time a cat rubs, pick him up and heave him against a wall? Would that get you upset about if someone did that to your cat?
Cats don't know better, and that's their instinct.
Cats don't take our cats to the movies.
No, we're not talking about 5-year-olds. Shut up. We're not talking about 5. You're talking about 2-year-olds on a plane that are crying.
She doesn't take her cats on the plane or to the movies or to the restaurant.
No, I don't.
Okay. At someone's house, if a cat rubs up on you, it gets his hair on you and you're allergic to it.
Not my cats.
Not because your cats are perfect.
Because I put them in the other room. Because I put them in the other room and I decat the house.
No, please. If there's
people don't get
it. If the shoe fits, eat it. Let me tell you something.
I got to go with Rich on this one, though, against you for a second. You're talking like a parent with their kids.
Yeah.
Not my cat.
Yeah, not my cat.
Because we put them in the other room. That's why I'm saying that.
You know what?
Put them in the other room.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Doesn't matter.
There is cat hair.
When I leave anyone's house with a cat.
Then we decat the house because we have friends who are allergic.
What do you mean you decat the house?
Impossible to completely decat a house.
You know how you decat a house? Get rid of your cats. That's how you decat them.
Nothing wrong with kicking a pet.
We try to be respectful. We make an effort to be respectful.
Okay, you're talking about 5 and above.
But you do know when you go to her house what you're expecting. If I go to a house with a child, for another thing, if I go to a house with a child,
candy wrappers all over the floor.
I can't get mad. I can be mad, but I can't really
you're entering their environment.
That's their domain. Yeah. Keep your kids locked in this house. I'm fine with it. It's when I'm out and about.
There's a part in the book that caught my interest. Okay. It's titled, Guess What Blank Did?
Yeah, and I say, unless it's cured cancer, I don't give a shit.
Bravo. Everyone's got a story how genius their kids are.
Care.
Guess what little Johnny did today? Died, I hope.
Exactly. It's like, you know what he did? He popped his own top on the Coke can. Big fucking deal.
Ooh, motor skills.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful.
That's great. unless if a box of toothpicks falls on the floor and Johnny can tell me how many are in them and still in the box, then I'll be very thrilled. I want to hear about that.
No one cares. No one cares.
Wow, you're telling me he did something he's supposed to do. That's
right?
wonderful.
That's what he pooped. I pooped. I did too.
Ooh,
and in my pants sometimes if I'm drunk. Do we want to applaud that? Jesus.
Do you roofie yourself so your husband will fuck you?
Yes.
Holy shit. Rich just can't leave it alone, man.
And the worst part is that my first instinct was just to answer honestly. And I said yes. Yeah. Damn it. Damn it.
Jesus. I want to cover that up.
Roofie yourself.
Got me again. I do it when I masturbate, for God's sake.
Do you do?
Now, you're not having kids because you hate kids, or you can't have kids? Or?
I can't have kids.
You can't.
The truth is that I can't.
Oh, that's sad. Now, thank you for bringing the show.
Now it's pathetic, right?
Now, thank you for bringing the show to a dead halt.
Now
you can't have kids.
Now you brought the whole show down.
But that's you're going, okay, all right.
Oh,
you know what?
Ouch.
Terrific. But see what...
I'm going to make a book called I Hate Cookies, because I can't have them all.
Because you can't eat them.
Got the diabetes.
I hate Jell-O.
If I can't have cookies, no one should have cookies.
Motherfuckers drinking soda, nigga.
I hate kids because I'm kind of self-centered, selfish, greedy. I like being able to go somewhere and not when I see parents
I love them when they're well
lugging
behaved.
shit.
When they're on the train and stuff and they're well behaved and they're adorable and when you make faces at them and they're cute and they giggle, no problem.
Then you leave.
Right, you know, but when you got the sprinkler crying going on and the high-pitched screaming and
how empty is your house going to be, Anthony, without kids?
Fuck that.
How empty do you think your girlfriend is going to think the house is going to be without 3 little delicious kumias running around?
We love echoes. We love an echo. And if the room's too quiet, there's plenty of walls for another plasma television set instead of a fucking crib or a baby thing or a college fund or anything else I gotta save for. When I want a goddamn Jaguar in the garage, I get a Jaguar in the garage because it doesn't have to be a goddamn college for a goddamn kid.
When your girl peeks out the window and sees the other kids and they were playing and she gets that longing look, she's not gonna say shit because she knows how much you hate kids, but she's gonna peek out.
She's gonna be like, Daddy, why can't I ride a bike? And he's gonna say, because you can't have one.
I'm with Patrice because I gotta tell you,
12 cylinders.
Hold on.
I'm in love with my car.
He reminded me of something. You know, my house where I grew up for forever. I'm one of 7 kids, so our house had all the activity, right? And we lived next door to a couple that didn't want to have kids, and it made sense when they were young and stuff. But we were in this house for well over 20 some odd years, and they were our neighbors for 20 some odd years. Man, as the years went on, you would see the faces get sadder.
Let him sit.
And the look, and I used to remember seeing the look out the window as the lady, now older, is looking at us, the kids, just having a ball.
Yeah. I might pull an Angelina eventually.
She's in a robe like this. Just out looking and drinking coffee,
drinking her tea,
and you're like, "Hi, Mrs. Johnson."
Irish coffee,
like, drinking her herbal tea,
and she slowly walks in and closes her balcony or 2 doors behind her.
Why is she there then? Why isn't she then on a goddamn sailboat in the Mediterranean drinking her coffee there? Get the fuck out of your kidless house and go have fun. There's a whole globe.
Be asking that when your girl says she want to drop a few, Andy. Watch what happens.
Patrice, listen, all I'm saying is I can relate to what Patrice was saying because I watched it for many years slowly turn.
The sad part.
And then they end up moving somewhere.
Get out.
Let me tell you something.
You're going to wake up at like 4 in the morning like, baby, what are you doing? She's like, no, go back to sleep. That's when she sneaks in to the sneaky window in the back and peeks at all the families. And you got this big ass, hello.
You know what's right next door to us? You know what's the house right next door? I noticed outside is a big, in the backyard, a big trampoline.
So there's going to
be a bunch of kids
jumping out of the
Her head's just going to be going up and down.
And you're going to hear a dad go, all right, everybody, it's family activity today. And your girl's going to be like, what we doing today, Anthony? Staying in on Pal Talk again? Yes, sweetie.
Maybe, let me tell you something. At the end of this month, I'm going to be on a goddamn Royal Caribbean ship in the Caribbean. With no kid to worry about. And there's kids on that fucking thing.
You see the commercial? There's kids on them.
All right, listen,
let me tell you something.
Listen, these guys have been sitting for hours. Trust me, Vos, I saved you from a bomb. I know. I just know. That's what I'm good at. Yeah, I just saved you. Trust me.
Oh, no, I had a... Oh, okay.
All right, try it out.
No, forget it. Go ahead.
No, let's go.
No, let's
go. Fucking Opie, man. Come on.
Rich, I saved you from a bomb.
Don't erase the whole show with like, you're going to bomb. No, fuck it.
No, dude, you killed today.
Thank you.
Come on, let it rip.
No, I got nothing. Come on. I got nothing right now.
Let it rip.
All right, as a goof now. As a goof.
Now we all know what would it have been.
No, it's not a bomb. It's just something from the heart.
No, I'm saying all we know now, this thing is going to bomb.
Okay,
what would it have been?
Yeah. Okay, when you're you're saying you're on your Royal Caribbean cruise and it's great, but you don't know the feeling when you're sitting in the stands of your kid's basketball game and they score 2 points. Let me tell you, you don't know the fucking how good it feels when you see your kid accomplish something for real. Not opening a...
Get him a tissue.
All right? Listen. Listen.
You fucking set him up to make this a very special episode of Vos.
Exactly. First of all,
you know something, Rich?
First of all,
I wish they could put my uterus back in.
Yeah.
I really do.
Hold on.
Just with the matched little soliloquy. I bet the Dahmer family felt the same fucking way. They were all proud of him knocking a home run when he was in 8th grade.
That's right.
And he started drilling into Asian guys' heads and eating them. It's unbelievable.
Hold on, the void fillers.
And now she wants her uterus back.
Yeah. I'll put a Ziploc bag in there. I'm so touched by what you've done.
Well, I'm just saying, What do you?
Listen, she said she has no uterus.
Jesus.
Wow. Hell of a way to lose some weight.
Get these guys.
You are horrid.
I'm sorry. I was just feeling good.
Horrid man.
Sorry. We got to say hi to these guys. They've been hanging out for 3.5 hours.
Hey, gentlemen.
How's it going? Just want to tell you, check out the website, Virginius.com. I got some shirts for you guys.
They're cool.
Well, they're giving us our MySpace page back. Opie and Anthony,
Virginius. Right? That's right.
How do you spell that?
VAGENIUS.com.
And what is it?
It's clothing. I'd like to move into some other things eventually.
Okay. We'll check out the website.
How about her uterus? It's empty.
Listen.
Holy shit!
Listen. What a way to end. Listen, she's got to get a plug in. Adrianne Frost. Hold on. We got 10 seconds left.
All right, quick.
Adrianne Frost, the book is I Hate Other People's Kids. We really think this is a good book. Check it out for yourself. Thank you. I Hate Other People's Kids. We interviewed her on our show earlier this week.
Yes, we did.
And now she's on the Today Show.
On the Today Show. Look at that.
Although that's not her.
Lost a lot of weight.
But they did show the one we interviewed.
Yeah, they showed her in some kind of nursery.
All right, we're going to get the audio.
See how the interview went with her and see how it differed with NBC, Today Show, and us.
Like Patrice said, I bet you Matt Lauer's not going to be talking about her empty uterus.
Oh, so
maybe.
I hear that you can't have kids, and so you have no uterus.
None.
Can I move in? Can I move into your empty lot of room?
Let's talk about how many Twinkies you've eaten.
No fat jokes and no empty uterus jokes.
I was eating a pussy.
I
said, geez, you got a big pussy. Geez, you got a big pussy. She said, why'd you say it twice? I didn't.
So she told me, she spread her legs and told me to put a hand in. So I did. And then she said, now put the other hand in. So I did. And then she said, now clap. And I went, I can't. And she said, tight, huh?
All right.
That was funny. Hey, woman, you got no uterus, woman?